So this is kind of funny because I started this channel about neuroinclusion and neurodiversity. And here I am finding myself in a complete masking situation, because every time I'm going to do a YouTube video, every time I turn on the record, push the record, I all of a sudden becomes a person that I am not. It's like, I'm not sure if this is just like the case for everyone on YouTube. I might think so, because it's very different to be in front of the camera, filming yourself and stuff. But you know, at the moment I try to talk about neurodiversity, my hands come up like this. And I feel like the consultant is crawling up behind from my spine, and I'm not like super comfortable anymore, and I'm just like giving or just like performing, so to speak, instead. And I think it's so hard to be authentic at on YouTube when you're so used to masking or just like being someone else. Like it's a huge difference from the Hanne I think that I am deep down, and the Hanne that I become when I push the record button. It's just like even my English, right? It doesn't feel like me, and I know that this is neurotypical stuff. I know it's normal stuff to feel that your voice is so freaking awkward and not feeling yourself in front of the camera, because I totally believe that people are natural talent and are super comfortable in front of a camera. I'm just like totally envy those people. And of course then you get challenged by your self-esteem. And like what I want to do now with this video, I know that I have to push through with this video, talk about this and talk about like this is a masking situation, so to speak, can be. And it's also exercise in pushing yourself forward, doing the steps, walking the steps, just to come closer to your goal, because I have an end goal on doing so. And even though I don't feel comfortable, I know I have to do it, because as I've spoken about before, when I'm doing my 200th video, I am comfortable. My English has improved, and I might be a YouTuber. So this is just like an educational journey for me. Just like you have to learn how to be a content creator at the same time that you have a niche and an area that you want to talk about. And my personality is the way that of course I am super interested in neurodiversity and neuroinclusion, but I can also feel like this content creation stuff is super fun. It's like very fun, and you have to learn new software, and you have to learn a lot of things like lighting, like camera. It's just like a challenge, and it's a fun challenge. But it's the schizophrenia here, right? Because you feel like I have to be like the one who is selling a product. The end goal is to sell, like I am the expert here on neuroinclusion at the workplace. At the same time, your private person wants to come out of you, and just like I like to talk about a lot of stuff. So just like my baseline is neurodiversity or being neurodivergent, but what I am all these interests. I love series, I love movies, like every woman, every woman. I like true crime. I'm very engaged when I talk about series, and I'm just like totally into certain series. And I sometimes think that I would like to suggest series to you, or like recommend series to you. I'm not good at the review stuff in the way that when I review things, I just like, oh my god, this was so fantastic. It's more like a reaction. So maybe I can do some like reactions, but I don't think maybe it's not that fun because we don't have Game of Thrones anymore. I'm not sure if you heard that, but that was Bobo, my French bulldog, and I can talk for hours about my friendship and about dogs and about YouTube channels that I follow. I have a lot of political interests, but everybody tells me niche. You have to talk about a niche. So I feel like I'm into a kind of, I'm not sure if schizophrenia is like the right word, but it's just like the professional Hanne wants to be the personal Hanne. Maybe I can merge those together. Right now I'm like more in my pretty outfit, and that's also me. I can be just like, I can walk on the, I don't know the English word for that, but in high society I can talk with a drug addict, and I think like I'm a people's person, so I have something to talk about with everybody. Because even though I'm just like, I'm raised to talk nicely or to could be speaking with everyone. So of course now I lost the thread, and of course that's just like, yeah, I zone out, and then I forget about the topic that I'm talking about. But let's go back to the beginning of this video. I'm super confused because when I'm me, I'm just like this person that you have seen for the very last minutes, and then I have just like the little voice on back of my head that now you're gonna be professional and you're gonna to talk about neuroinclusion and give three advice on how to be neuroinclusive at the workplace. And I want to do that, but I have now a devil on my shoulder who is like, do content creation. Yeah. So, and I feel like this is where I feel more relaxed. And every time I see a podcast, that also an end goal of mine. I want to do podcast. I really like to speak with people. And since I can't speak with any kind of people, it would be obvious for me to have a podcast on, right, and interview people. Even though I'm not a journalist and I have no education, but I have had plenty on one-on-ones with different types of roles. I know it's just like I have one-on-ones with so many software engineers, and I can pull things out of the most introverted person, right? The one who doesn't say anything, I get them to talk. So that could also be a view or something I will do. So maybe I will refine this channel. I think I'm free to do so. And let's see what comes out of this, just like very kind of professional online YouTube brainstorming that I had with you guys now. Okay, if anybody sees this one, please subscribe, and maybe if you're nice, put a comment. But I will keep on doing these videos. So until next time, bye bye.